Good morning, my dear grade 9 students. I am teacher Jerim. How are you today? Well, that's good to hear. Now, before we start our class, I want everyone to pick up some pieces of papers and arrange their chairs. But after that, please remain standing and wait for my further instruction. But at the count of 10, I want everyone to be clear. Okay? Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now. Okay, stand up, stand up. I said stand up, okay. Now, let's have a prayer first. May I request the class president to please lead us in prayer? Who's the class president? Okay, yes. In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Okay, I think everyone is clear now. Okay, class, for your attendance, where is your classroom secretary? Okay, classroom secretary, kindly list all the names of your classmates who are absent for today. Okay? And I will get that one later. Now let's have our classroom rules. Okay, please remain standing. I did not say that you sit down. Okay, let's have here our classroom rules. Okay. Okay. Now, first, kindly read. Anyone? Yes. Yes, Mr. Aling. Okay, sit properly. Now, you may sit down. Everyone, sit down. Okay, but properly because you're not in your house. You're at school. Remember that, okay? Second rule. Listen attentively. Okay, I hear some noises there. I just said listen attentively. Okay, yes, you're talking. Kindly read our classroom rule number 3. Okay, if you want to say ask or answer something, you may raise your right hand. Okay? Lastly, what is our last rule? Everybody read. Okay, it's respect. When someone is talking here in front, kindly listen. Okay, so that when you want to say something, you'll be heard also. Okay, because respect begets respect. Please remember that. Okay. Now let's move on to our objectives. What are the things that we may able to get at the end of this session, class? Okay, kindly read our objectives 1, 2, and 3, everyone. Okay. Now those are the things that we may able to get at the end of this class. Okay, please remember that. Now, let's move on to our short game. Okay, I have prepared a game for you. Okay, sit properly. Yes, sit properly. Now, I have here a flower. Now, you will pass this one while I sing. Okay, everybody should sing the watermelon song. Okay, now, you have to pass this one to your seatmates while we sing the watermelon song. Now when I say stop, the one who holds the flower will answer our question. I have prepared some couple of questions game. Okay. Now let's start here. Okay. Everybody sing. Watermelon, watermelon, papaya, papaya, stop. Okay. Yes, the one who holds the flower is Miss Jaya. Okay, Miss Jaya, can you stand up and answer this? Okay, all you have to do, Miss Jaya, is to arrange the letters I have jumbled there. Okay, well, I have prepared also clues for you to have clue. Okay. Yes? Any guess? Yes, it's a simile. And the order of the letters are S-I-M-I-L-E. That is simile. Class, remember the first word? It's simile. Okay. Now let us sing the watermelon song. Watermelon, watermelon, papaya, papaya. Okay. Yes, the one who holds the flower. Ah, okay. Please stand up, Mr. Cantos. Okay, your question or the word that you have to arrange would be, it's quite jumbled there. Yeah, it's jumbled. Yes, what do you think is our second word? Can someone help Mr. Cantos? Yes, Mr. Enderina, stand up. Okay. Any guess? Okay, I guess you did not. Class, please remember that these are just emojis I used there, or some clues that you have to arrange also, or you have here our clue. Now, why do we need to know some of the emojis? Because we always use that in social media, di ba? We are currently having this IT era. Okay, we have to know what are the things that we use on social media also. Okay, remember that, class. Okay, it's number 4, foreshadowing. That is foreshadowing. The spelling would be F-O-R. Okay, can you list down? Okay, F-O-R-S-H-A-D-O-I-N-G. That's foreshadowing. That's our second word. What's the first word? It's simile. Second word, foreshadowing. Next. Okay. Watermelon, watermelon, papaya, stop. Okay, stand up, Miss Ayla. Now, we have here our clue. You just have to arrange also the same with that. Okay, any guess? Yes? Okay, it's rhyme. It's rhyme. It's R-H-Y-M-E. That's the spelling. First word, simile, foreshadowing, and rhyme. What are these 3 words that we have? Okay, next. Okay, next. Watermelon, watermelon, papaya. Okay, stop. Okay, Miss Mira, answer this one. What do you think is this word? What do you think the clue implies? You just have to arrange, okay? Arrange. It's repetition. That's repetition, class. R-E-P-E-T-I-T-I-O-N. That's the spelling. Okay. The fourth word is repetition. Next. Oh, wait. Next is watermelon, everybody sing, watermelon, watermelon, papaya. Stop. Now, yes, Mr. Joshua Villarcal, stand up, please. Answer our next word. Yes. Wait. It's not the fifth word. Yes, that's our last word, which is the. What's this emoji? It's O and then X. So it's what? Yes. Okay, I will be the one to answer this one na lang. It's oxymoron. It's oxymoron. The spelling would be, list down the spelling, O-X-Y-M-O-R-O-N. That is oxymoron. Okay, thank you. Okay, I guess if you remember, can anyone tell me what are the 5 words that we just arranged from the jumbled letters that we played? Yes, it's first simile, foreshadowing, rhyme, repetition, and oxymoron. What are those 5 words? Those 5 words are part of our topic for today, which is those words or those are literary devices. Now I think we are done with our games. Now let's tackle now the literary devices. May I have Teacher Joshua to continue what are literary devices to further understand what are literary devices. Okay? Thank you, class.
Alright, so thank you so much, Teacher Jerry. Alright, so my grade 9 English students, have you enjoyed the activity earlier? Yes, very good. Excellent class. So before that, our discussion is all about literary devices. Who's excited here to know about literary devices? Yes, excellent everyone. But before we dig deeper to our discussion, does any one of you have a prior knowledge about literary devices? Yes, Miss Ayla. Yes, literary devices is a structure of what? Yes, you're right. So everyone, let's give Miss Ayla an amazing clap. Alright, right? Okay, I will demonstrate the amazing clap. It goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Amazing! Okay, once again, let's give Miss Ayla Danio an amazing clap. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Amazing! Alright, so everyone, when we say literary devices, it is our common structures used in a writing. These literary devices can be either literary elements or a literary technique. So when we see about literary devices, it is a structure or a techniques that most writers are used in order to entertain, to engage their audience. Right? Okay, very good. So everyone, I will now introduce you the 5 types of literary devices. Okay, very good. So there are 5 types of literary devices. Namely, we have first, simile. Please everyone read the 5 types of literary devices. Yes, we have simile, foreshadowing, rhyme, repetition, and lastly, we have oxymoron. So let us delve now the first literary devices, which is the simile. Alright, so when we say simile, everyone, it is one of the most commonly used in literary devices. It refers to the practice of drawing parallels or comparisons between 2 unrelated and dissimilar things, people, beings, places, and concepts. When we say simile, we have it is marked by the use of the words as, such, or like. Okay, Mr. Cantos, what have you learned about reading after you read the definition of simile? Yes, very good, Mr. Cantos. When we say simile, it is used to comparison, a comparison between 2 objects to one another. And when we say simile, we use these words such as, like, and as. Very good, Mr. Cantos. So everyone, let's give Mr. Cantos an amazing clap. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, amazing. Okay, so I have here an example of a simile. We have rich or like a rich jewel in an Aesop's ear. So what have you observed in the first statement? Yes, we have the word like. Okay, now let's move on to the second examples. And that the trunk be discouraged of breath as fluently as hasty powder fired. So as what we have observed, there are 2 objects that be in comparison to each another. We have the be discharge of breath as violently as hasty powder fired. Now let's move on to the third example. But oh, it presses to my memory like damn gully did to sinners' minds. So as what you have observed, everyone, that these 3 statements are from the story Romeo and Juliet. So these statements are the examples of simile that can be seen in the story Romeo and Juliet. So for that, I have here a video presentation from the YouTube to further information about simile.
Similes. Similes compare one thing to another using the words like or as. She saw her new toy. In this
Alright, so as what you have observed in the video presentation, what is simile all about? Yes, Mr. Enterina. Yes, very good. When we say simile, it is a comparison. And another example of simile is she shines like diamond. Another example will be I wander lonely as a cloud. So as what you have observed, I use the word like and as. So it is all about comparison between two objects to one object. Alright, so now let's move on to the second type of literary devices, which is the foreshadowing. So please everyone read the definition of foreshadowing. Yes, Mr. Spares. Yes, foreshadowing, it refers to the use of indicative words, phrases, and hints that set the stage for a story to unfold and give the readers a hint of something that is going to happen without revealing the story or spoiling the suspense. Foreshadowing is used to suggest an upcoming outcome of the story. So I have here the three examples of foreshadowing. A kiss from Juliet brings Romeo back to life. Oh God, I have an ill divining soul. Next we have God knows when we shall meet again. So as what you have observed, the idea is going to have a representation or a short clue or a hint for what is happening for the future. That is the foreshadowing. So I have here an example video from the YouTube.
A young woman is preparing for her day.
Okay class, enjoy watching.
Sprays on a little perfume, opens her drawer to get her scarf, closes her drawer, and leaves her home. Wait a second. Did you notice something? This is called foreshadowing. Foreshadowing happens when clues in a story hint at future events.
Alright, so after you have watched the video class, what is your insight about foreshadowing? Yes, Miss Jessery Osero. Yes, when we say foreshadowing, it is a hint that set the stage for the story to predict or to have a representation of what will be the future, right? Yes, and some examples of foreshadowing is a kiss from Juliet brings Romeo back to life. Another is God knows when we shall meet again. Okay, so to further discussion about the literary devices, let's have teacher Mira Arado.
Good morning once again, class. I am teacher Mira, and now I will continue the discussion about the literary devices. So it's a bit gloomy today, so we are using the lights, but now we will continue the discussion about the literary devices. So you already know about the simile and the foreshadowing. So now let's go to the third one. We have rhyme. So everyone, please read what is rhyme. Okay, very good everyone. Now, anyone would like to share his or her thoughts about rhyme? Okay, Mr. Cantos, you would like to share? Okay, very good. You have a point, Mr. Cantos. Now let's have, yes, Miss Sophie. Yes, very good. You also have a point. Now, rhyme class, these are words that sound exactly alike from the last stressed syllable onward. They usually occur class at the end of the poetic line. Now, I have here an example class of rhyme. Anyone, please read. Thank you, everyone. So, what have you observe in the sentence? Or what are the rhyming words in the sentence? Yes, Mr. Jayrin. Okay, very good. It is the word night and bright, or bright and night. Class, it is important to remember that there's a pattern when we identify the rhyme. It is A-B, A-B. Now, it emphasizes that A should rhyme with the third stanza. It is indicated with letter A. And the second stanza should rhyme with the fourth line. It is indicated with letter B. So I have here an example, class. Wait for a while. So please listen to the video.
This prologue is a formal poem. It's in the form of a sonnet. Novels are today.
The typical sonnet features a speaker describing his love for someone and takes advantage of a complex traditional structure.
The sonnet has 3 4-line stanzas.
So, okay, class, what can you observe in the video? Yes, Miss Ayla. Yes, very good. Good observation. Now, we can see the pattern of the rhyme scheme. The first line rhymes with the third line, and the second line rhymes with the fourth line. Very good, class. So, what are the rhyming words in the first stanza? Yes, Mr. Joshua. Very good, Mr. Joshua. Now, very good job, everyone. So, the dignity word rhymes with the word mutiny. The sin rhymes with the word unclean. Now, so do you understand what is rhyme, class? Okay, so anyone would like to give me an example of rhyming words? Yes, Miss Hesta. Very good. The word bad and mad. Another example. Yes. Very good, Miss Alcaria. It's lap and nap. So do you understand now what is rhyme? Very good, everyone. Now let's move forward to our fourth literary devices. Okay, wait for a while, class. So the fourth literary device is we have repetition. Anyone would like to read what is repetition? Yes, Miss Ayla? Thank you, Miss Ayla. Now, repetition, class, is from the word itself. It is repeated phrases, lines, or stanzas. Or it could be a repeated words. So we have here an example. Come night, come Romeo, come though the day and night, for thou wilt lie upon the wings of the night. So what can you observe in the sentence, class? Yes. Yes, Miss Hista again. Yes, very good. Good observation. The repeated words there are night, come, and night. Very good, class. So I have here an example. Wait for a while. Okay, please listen to the video. So class, as you can see in the screen, the phrases and the words are repeated. That is what we call repetition in literary devices. It only from the word itself, repetition, it's repeated words, repeated phrases, or repeated stanzas. So I have here more examples. Like we have time after time. So the repeated words there is time. The word time. Another example is heart to heart. Like for example, when we say they have a heart-to-heart talk. So the repeated word there is heart. Another example is we have hand in hand. So the repeated words there is hand. So did you understand now what is repetition in literary devices? Very good, everyone. Now, lastly is we have, wait for a while. Okay, lastly, but not the least, is we have oxymoron. Now, anyone would like to read what is oxymoron? Yes, Mr. Joshua. Well, thank you for that. So, oxymoron allows the author to use contradictory, contrasting concepts placed together in a manner that actually ends up making sense in a strange and slightly complex manner. So class, in a simple way, oxymoron is a combination of a contradictory yet opposing meanings. So, for example, they seem illogical at first, but they usually make sense if you have a deep understanding with the words combination. So, we have an example here. Wait for a while.
In this video, we will learn about oxymorons. An oxymoron is a sentence or phrase with two opposite or contradicting words. Oxymorons are used to interest the reader and are opposites. Remember that an oxymoron is a figure of speech. This means that it shouldn't be taken literally, as the words in the sentence convey a different meaning.
So, okay class, based on what you have observed in the video, they are using contradictory words that gives opposite meaning. So, for example, is like we have deafening silence. It seems contradictory, right? Because it's silence, yet it is deafening. So another example is we have original copy. It is original, yet it is a copy. But it is true that we have an original copy. Another example is we have sad smile. He is sad, yet she is smiling. But it is true that sometimes we are smiling even though we are sad. So that is oxymoron, class. Now, did you understand now what is oxymoron? Okay, very good, class. Okay, now, did you understand now the literary devices? Okay, what are those literary devices? We have simile, yes, foreshadowing. The third one is we have rhyme. The fourth one is we have repetition. And the last one, but not the least, is oxymoron. Very good, class. So now, I will give the floor to Miss Ayla or Teacher Ayla.
Okay, good morning my grade 9 English students. So today we will have our first activity. Are you excited for our first activity? Alright, so our first activity, I will divide you into 5 groups consists of 6 members. Each group will choose a representative to pick a topic in a story of Romeo and Juliet, with the representation of the types of literary devices. Okay, did you guess? Did you get? Alright, so I will assign you. Group 1 will be the simile Act 5, Scene 1. Group 2 will be the foreshadowing Act 5, Scene 1. Group 3, rhyme in Act 1, Scene 5. And Group 4, repetition in Act 2, Scene 2. And Group 5, oxymoron in Act 2, Scene 6. So, this is the rubrics for your group activity. 40% for the content, 30% for the rules, and overall impression is 30%. Are you excited for our first activity? Alright, so you may now start your group activity. let's give ourselves a very good clap. Okay, it goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Very good, very good, very, very, very good. Okay, again. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Very good, very good, very, very, very good. Alright. So, for the summary of our topic, let's have Teacher Joshua.
Good morning once again, grade 9 competent students. Have you learned something from our discussion today? Alright, very good. So for that, let's give ourselves an amazing clap. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, amazing. So for that, I would like to call Mr. Espares to give us a definition of literary devices. Yes, Mr. Espares. Okay, very good, Mr. Espares. Mr. Espares says that literary devices, it is a structure or a techniques that a writer uses in order to what? To engage the interest of the audience or the readers. That is a literary devices or the purpose of literary devices. And for that, can any one of you here enumerate what are the 5 types of literary devices? Yes, Miss Rapunzel Hesta. Very good, Hesta. Okay, let's give Miss Rapunzel Hesta an amazing clap. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Amazing. As what Miss Hesta said, there are 5 literary devices. First, simile. Second, foreshadowing. Third, rhyme. Fourth, repetition. And lastly, we have oxymoron. So for that, as we determine what are the literary devices as well as the different types of literary devices, can any one of you here give an example of simile? Yes, Jerry. Yes, very good, Jerry. From what Mr. Jerry said, she shines like diamond. Okay, the simile word there is like. Another hand, yes, Mira Arado. Can you give the example of foreshadowing? Yes. Okay, very good, Miss Mira Arado. As what Miss Mira Arado said, it is God knows when we shall meet again. So it talks about future, the hint or close for the future events. Now let's move on to the rhyme. Okay, yes. We have a volunteer from Sophie Tejero. Yes? Very good, Miss Sophie Tejero. Mat, sat, land, and sand. So both of them are run to each other. Okay, let's give Miss Sophie Tejero an amazing clap. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, amazing. Now, who can give here an example of repetition? Yes, repetition is, say for example, heart to heart, hand in hand. Or we have a very famous song, chest to chest. Very good, everyone. I really love your energy. You are very participative and interactive to our discussion. Now let's move on to the last types of literary devices, which is the oxymoron. Example of oxymoron, we have seek help, original copy. When we say oxymoron, it is an statement that contradicts to each other. Right? So everyone, very good. So let's give ourselves an amazing claps. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, amazing. So I think you are all ready to our next set of activities. So for that, let's welcome teacher Ayla Danu to give us or to give you another set of activities.
Hello, my grade 9 English students. Are you excited for our next activity? Alright, so our next activity is the integration of the quiz.com. Everyone, can you please read the direction? Alright, thank you. So first, you have to sign up on the link which I will be sending to our GC together with the code. And secondly, Type the pen of the send link and indicate your name as a stand of your player's identification. Third, listen carefully to the moderator for you to get a correct answer. And lastly, class, this won't last long as each item will give you 3 minutes to answer. So are you excited for our activity? Alright, so do you have any questions? Clarifications? None? Okay, so let's start. Alright, everyone is doing great. Okay, so for your assignment, may I call on Teacher Jerin?
Okay. Okay, thank you, Teacher Ayla. Now, for your assignment class, are you still on our topic for today? Okay, now for your assignment, let me present to you your assignment. Okay, everybody read. Okay, in a one whole sheet of paper, make a reflection essay. Okay, you have to make an essay and with application of the things that you've learned today, which are the literary devices. So how can you imply those things that you've learned? Okay, you will become a writer. One of you will become a writer soon. Okay, that's our assignment. You can take a photo for this. Now for the content, it's 50%. The choice of words, 20%. Clarity, 20%. And grammar, 10% for the total of 100%. Okay? Now this has been a long session for you, class. With you, class. And thank you for listening and throughout the discussion. This is Teacher Jerim signing off. Class dismissed. Thank you.